Good morning and welcome to Coffee with Alain. I'm back in Montana, back with some coffee this morning. A little bit late because the computer decided to do its update this morning. I had it with me. I use this computer when I'm doing the lives most of the time. And I was using my phone for some of the ones down in Texas. However, this computer was with me. So started it up this morning and it decided to update and do all that good stuff before I could use it. Hope everybody's doing well this morning. If you celebrated a little too much for the Super Bowl last night, I hope you're still up and at 'em and can get some work done today. I was actually on an airplane when the Super Bowl ended and I saw a headline of who won. There were a few people, I think, watching the game on the airplane televisions, the screens you have. I didn't watch the game, but I saw who won. And I said I didn't have a really vested interest, more interested in last year when the Eagles, because my daughter living in Philly. But I hope you enjoyed the game. I hope you celebrated safely if you did. And if you weren't interested in the game or you couldn't watch it like me, I hope you at least did something good and had a good time. If you noticed, the newsletter went out last night. It actually went out while I was on an airplane as well because I had finished it up early, and nice that we have technology now that I could schedule it to go out on Sunday night when I knew that I would be flying and traveling. So I hope you enjoyed that. Had some good stuff about resilience and had a travel article because I was traveling that weekend. Traveling was on my mind. So I put a travel safety article, some tips for you if you're traveling. Also had a martial art article talking about going up the different paths. There's so many different paths martial arts provide people. And so I put an article about that because the path you choose really is individual. And it's not for me to tell you exactly what path to choose. It's not for anyone to tell you what path to choose. You choose the path that is best for you and help you achieve the goals that you want out of training and following that path. And so that was the spirit of that article. So hope you enjoyed the newsletter. If you're not getting it, get on that list at enjoylifesafely.com and check out the free downloads and the courses and things that you can get there. Want to say good morning to Thad. Thank you for being here. Good morning, Thad. Want to say good morning to Dixon. Dixon said technical difficulties. You had me a little worried. Well, thanks, Dixon. And yeah, Dixon and I got to see each other yesterday. He drove up from where he was at in Houston to see me in Austin, which I really appreciated. Got to spend a little time, went out to lunch with him and his wife and had a very pleasant visit and catching up. And then Dixon dropped me off at the airport for my flight. So appreciate that, Dixon. It's always great to see you guys and appreciate the lunch and the ride to the airport. Good morning, Jay. Good morning, Vicky. Appreciate you guys being here. Good morning, Dan. Dan said, God bless you, brother. May your week be prosperous, full of faith. Thank you, Dan. I appreciate that. Wanted to share a little message this morning. It's in today's day planner page. I saw it this morning and thought, yep, that's a good one to share. If people would only give just once in their lives the same amount of serious reflection to what they want to get out of life that they give to the question of what they want to get out of a 2-week vacation. There's a lot of truth in that. Zig Ziglar used to talk about how you would get more done the couple days before vacation than you get done the month before. And other people have talked about how we spend more time planning vacations than we do planning our years or our lives. And so I thought, that's a good question, a good little quote. If we would only give the same serious reflection to what we want out of life as to what we want out of a 2-week vacation, that's the start of actually making that life what we want and achieving more, helping more, doing more, enjoying more. So just think about that. Thought it was a good little thing to think about on this day after the Super Bowl, one of the bigger celebrations of the country. I don't know how many millions tune into the game and have parties and all that, but it's a huge number. And so I hope everybody did so safely, and I hope everybody's getting a good start on this week. Start the week fast and finish it strong. We want to continue to do that every week, and that makes our years. But if you haven't done some serious reflection of what you want to get out of that life, maybe it's time to do a little bit. Set a little bit of time aside this week to reflect on what you would really like and what will get you there. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank you, everybody, for signing up at enjoylifesafely.com. You're missing some good stuff there. If you don't, I appreciate all of you watching live and commenting, watching replays, listening to the audio at the website, at Spotify, at Apple, on YouTube, on LinkedIn, here on Facebook, wherever you're at. Thank you. Make it a marvelous Monday. I'll be back to see you tomorrow.